launching Starbucks Via, the instant coffee. So at the time, instant coffee was like blasphemy. Like, well, maybe not in England, but in the US, it was what was in the back of your grandmother's cupboard that you only drank in deep desperation. So it was at a time when Starbucks really needed an incremental revenue stream. We needed people to not just buy their latte that day, but to buy something else. And we did test markets, and what we found was that people were buying Starbucks Via, and then they weren't coming back to buy it again. And what that told us was that they bought into the idea, but they thought, oh, I'm going to use it when I'm camping. But how often do they go camping? And what we realized was that if people didn't try the product, they weren't going to use the product. And so we got back into the brand experience. How could we at Starbucks use the amazing resources we had? So at Starbucks, there are test stores. And I remember spending weeks with a small group in these test stores trying to figure out how are we going to solve this problem? How are we going to get people to try the product? And what we ended up finding was that if we did a taste challenge of Starbucks Via instant coffee versus Pike Place brewed coffee, and we said, we bet you can't taste the difference. We got the baristas involved. It was a game. People loved it. And regardless of what your answer was, you got a fresh brewed cup of coffee and you got a coupon to buy Via. People loved it. The baristas loved it. The customers loved it. It was 50-50. People couldn't tell the difference. And then the sales took off. People kept coming back to buy it because they had a chance to taste the product. So it's creating that brand experience and using the strength of the Starbucks assets to drive the business forward.